Welcome back, guys and gals. This is day 3 of our project where we're working on creating a color wheel in the style of the rose window at the Notre Dame Cathedral. I'm kind of using that rose window term a little liberally just because you're going to actually just create a symmetrical design. We talked about what the word symmetrical meant yesterday. That has a radial symmetry to it. The elements of art that we're using in this project are color and line, and the principle is balance. You can see on the screen right now just kind of a picture of a rose window. This is not the one in Notre Dame Cathedral, but it's a similar rose window in a different church. You can see how the symmetry of the window is it's the same on both sides. And then it's symmetrically balanced, so if you cut it down the middle it would be the same on this side as that side. It radiates out from a center point, so that's radial symmetry. Yesterday I talked to you about those terms, and we talked about what our colors were: primary colors, secondary colors, and tertiary colors. We labeled our wheel, and then I started to show you guys how to do a design. I actually decided I didn't want to go with this design that I started yesterday, and I created a different design on this paper. So you can see I went all the way around. I created this shape here first, and then I created kind of a, I don't know, chopped off triangle shape underneath that. So that's 1, 2, an eyeball shape under that, it's 3, and then this little kind of droplet shape or finger shape coming up here, blob, like a paint blob, that's 4. So the reason I created those 4 sections is so we could go ahead and have a different part of our color that's labeled above in each of the sections. I'm actually going to start with my red section here first and then move my way down. So in each one of these sections circling in, we're going to have a different part of this color red or red orange or whatever one you're on going down in. So I'm going to pick one of these sections here to be just my plain color that I have labeled right here. So just this color here, I think I'm going to keep that fairly straightforward, and I'm going to do that in the kind of paint drop section I have here. So I'm going to label that, and remember this is just your sketch, with an R. So I'm writing directly where my normal color is going to go. This is RO for red orange. This is O for orange. This is YO for yellow orange. This is Y for yellow. This is YG for yellow green. G for green. BG for blue green. B for blue. This is yellow orange right here, or I'm sorry, that's blue violet. BV, blue violet right there. I was looking at my definition of tertiary colors and I got it mixed up. This is V for violet, and this is RV for red violet. So I've got all my normal colors right there. That's not mixing anything except for primaries. You're mixing up colors to get your primaries, secondaries, and tertiaries. Actually, not your primaries, but your secondaries and tertiaries. You're mixing your primaries together. Next on the wheel, I'm going to go with my complementary colors. Now, complementary colors, we haven't really talked about that a lot. They're located across from each other on the wheel. So if I went up here to the red and I go directly down, following that kind of wedge-shaped arrow, I get green. So green and red are complements. Red-orange, if I go down here, blue-greens, it's complement. So directly across is the color's complement. I need to create a section on here that has complementary colors. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to choose my outside section here, and I've got to do a little erasing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go right here with my complementary colors. So red's complement is green. I'm going to put red there. I'll move this up a little so you guys can see better. Red orange is blue green is its complement. RO. Orange, its complement is blue. When I do this in class, I point out that a lot of these complementary colors, they look good next to each other. So if you look at your sports team, a lot of sports teams will use complementary colors on their jerseys. This is blue, violet, because they look good next to each other. Like if you look at the Los Angeles Lakers jersey, you would go to violet, which is right here, and you see right across from it is yellow, and those are their colors for their jersey. So a lot of sports teams will use complementary colors on theirs. This is yellow, red, violet, yellow, green, and I'm abbreviating. You could do that too, red, violet. And that's all my complements. So I have my normal colors and my complements. Next we're going to do tints of these normal colors right here. So tints are just the normal color, which in this one would be red, with white added. So I'm just going to label my tint. I'm going to do my tint inside the eyeball, like this round part. So I'm going to go RT for red tint, BGT for blue-green tint, BT for blue tint, B oh man, I messed it up. I was looking at my complementary colors. So I should be going ROT. This should be OT. This would be YOT, because I'm going with the main color I have here, not the complementary color. So glad I caught that. Yellow tint, Y, yellow green tint, green tint, blue green tint, and blue tint. This is blue violet tint, and the T designates it as a tint. That's the only reason I put in there. This is violet tint. This is red violet tint. Once again, tints that are going right in there, those are going to be colors with white added. The last thing I need to do is my shades. Shades are all these colors, like I said, along the top or around the edge of the circle with black added to them. A shade is any color with black added. So I'm going to label these here. And I'm doing this once again because this is my sketch and I want to map it out before I do my final. That way I can refer back to this sketch when I do the final drawing. I'm going to show you guys how to lay that out tomorrow and Friday. But this will be my guide to do that. So red, violet shade. I'm using the S to designate the shade. I'm doing it right in there. Red shade, red orange shade, orange shade, yellow orange shade, yellow shade, yellow green shade, green shade, blue green shade, blue shade. This is blue violet shade. This is violet shade. And I'm back to red violet shade. So that's about as much as we're going to do today. So we've got our practice wheel all labeled up and ready to go. Hopefully you guys can see how to do that. With mine, I did my normal colors in the middle here that I'm pointing to right now. So normal colors are the ones I labeled around the outside edge. My primaries, secondaries, and tertiaries. I did my tints inside this little eyeball shape I made right here. I did my shades in this little, I called it a cut-off triangle shape that I made there. And then I did my complementary colors in this shape that I have right here. I'm going to clean this up when I do my final, but that's about all we have for today. Hope you guys understood what I was doing there. If you didn't, please feel free to email me. Once again, my email is Erlenmeyer, ERLENMEYER, at lesd.k12.us. Hope you guys had a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.